My talk isn't particularly structured. I just wanted to talk a little bit about different websites and services that might help you if you're planning either short-term or long-term travel, like a sabbatical or a longer-term career break. Gogobot combines a lot of different functionalities. So it's sort of like, how I describe it is sort of like Wikipedia, TripAdvisor, and Yelp all combined. You can get information from other people. You can plan your travels. You can book hotels. You can book restaurants. You can create like a Pinterest-esque like wish list of all your different destinations. It's really, really, really very cool. And there's a really cool community aspect, sort of similar to like Lonely Planet forums, where you can ask questions and get really informed feedback from the community. Once you actually plan your trip and you get abroad, one of the really hard things can be socializing or meeting people, because it can be really isolating to travel for a long time by yourself, particularly if you're in a non-English speaking country. I put together a few things which you probably have already heard of. Yelp is a really good one as well, particularly if you're a foodie. Airbnb, it's not just accommodation, it's a really, really good way to meet people and to meet locals. Even if you're not planning on staying in that property for a very long time, if you're going to seek other accommodation, it can be a good way to start a circle of friends or to be shown around the city. CouchSurfing is another one, similar to Airbnb, except you don't pay and accommodations can be questionable. But being really, really active on social media is really important for meeting people when you're abroad. Having a Twitter page, having a blog, that's a really, really, really easy way to meet people. So if you're active on Twitter, it's the online equivalent of walking into a busy pub and saying hello. Meetup groups is another good one, and they have these everywhere. And that's how I started to meet people when I moved over here. Gogobot recently had a travel salon in San Francisco a couple weeks ago, and our panelists talked about everything from saving money for long-term travel to places that you can travel to which are affordable, and also ways that you can work while you're traveling. There's a blog called The Barefoot Nomad, and he has a really great post called 45 Jobs You Can Do While Traveling the World and How to Get Them, and that lists everything from organic farming to au pair to yacht club to just anything and everything you can think of that are easy jobs that you can get abroad that you don't necessarily need a visa for. If you can do any sort of writing, copywriting, marketing, little bits of design, any sort of web design, there's two really good websites that you can get small projects to do while you're traveling to supplement your income. And those are Elance and Odesk.com. So, it's not just for really super techie people. They also have some like copywriting, which you just need to be proficient in English for. As well as some basic marketing roles, which is pretty cool. And the other one with more traditional sort of travel jobs, less online ones, is workaway.info. is a really, really good one. Another one I just discovered this week, I've never used it, but it looks really interesting. It's a startup called Eat with a Local, and it's what it says on the tin. You just go and meet someone in wherever you're traveling and have dinner with them, so they can introduce you to some traditional cuisine and maybe teach you a little bit of the language. And that's pretty much all I had. I just wanted to talk a little bit about like my favorite travel websites.